Did you know Twilight director Catherine Hardwicke worked with Insomniac Games?
What'd you say?
You heard me right. Today, we're talking about everything you need to know about Insomniac Games. Now, Insomniac has always been known as one of the best places to work in the gaming industry, period. Back in the day, one of the greatest places to work was founded by two guys, Ted Price and Al Hastings, back in February 1994. For the first year of the company, they were known as Extreme Software, but had to change it because that name was already being used. During this time, they started to go into a panic due to the fact that they were about to announce their very first game. So in order to resolve this, they went to the company and told everyone to put up any sort of name ideas onto a board, and they would pick what they liked most. Some of the frontrunners they had for naming the company were Ragnarok Games, Cat's Cradle, Ice 9, but none of those would pass legal, so they had to pass on all of those names. Eventually, they would land on Insomniac Games, which was Ted Price's idea. It wasn't their first idea, but it cleared legal, so they used it. Now that they had a name, they announced development on their very first game, and that would be called Disruptor. Disruptor was going to be Insomniac's own version of a Doom clone, except they wanted to add real-time movie sequences into this, which would be directed and produced by none other than Twilight director Catherine Hardwicke. During this time, Disruptor was being developed on the 3DO due to the fact that Insomniac was only able to get their hands on a dev kit for the 3DO and not for anything else. And about halfway through developing Disruptor, Insomniac found pretty quickly that the 3DO was going to be a complete failure. But that's when Mark Cerny came in.
What's up, bitches?
Mark Cerny would play a pivotal role into getting Insomniac moved over to PlayStation from the 3DO. But in order for Insomniac to move over to PlayStation, they would have to completely reconfigure Disruptor onto a different engine. But within a month, Al Hastings, our hero, completely switched Disruptor over to the PlayStation engine. Now, Disruptor ended up releasing in 1996 and didn't sell super well as Insomniac wasn't very impressed with the game all themselves. For their next game, they wanted to do something that was more lighthearted and within the family market, and that is how we got Spyro the Dragon. Because of the PlayStation engine at the time, Insomniac wanted to take advantage of the fact that they could build much bigger worlds with varying vistas and long draw distances compared to what the 3DO could offer. That's why if you go back and play a lot of the Spyro games, you can see that the areas were built so you could see a lot of it all up in front of you as you explored it. And by 1998, the first Spyro game is released. Now,